I'll be telling you a little bit more about the MSME Business Roadshow happening this Wednesday, June 18, at the Manning School down there in Savlamar, Westmoreland, starting at 9 o'clock in the morning. And I think the activities go until around about 4 in the afternoon. Our broadcast will be on from 1 o'clock until 4 down there in Savlamar. It's a big opportunity for local entrepreneurs and small business owners, and in fact, anyone who's looking to turn a business dream into a reality. The Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce, Jamaica's business ministry, they are in fact bringing their 20 agencies together and departments as well, and other government agencies, financial institutions and private sector partners, and all of them will be coming directly to you and will be telling you about all that they can offer you down there in Savlamar. This morning we're very, very pleased to be joined by Miss Latoya Halstead. She's the Director of Communications at the Consumer Affairs Commission. And we say good morning to you, Miss Halstead. How are you doing today?
Hi, good morning, Mr. Burgess. I'm well. How are you?
I am doing well also. Thank you so much for joining us. And you're not alone.
And
we also...
Good morning.
Yes.
And good morning to your listeners.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now, we also have with you this morning as another guest, Mr. David Miller, and he is the Executive Director of the Fair Trading Commission. Good morning, Mr. Miller, and welcome to the program. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Good morning, Richard B., and good morning to all your listeners.
All right, wonderful having both of you. Shall we start with the lady first? You don't mind, Mr. Miller? I don't think so.
No problem. Go right ahead.
All right. Now, let me go back to you then, Ms. Halstead. We know that the Consumer Affairs Commission is a vital agency when it comes to building consumer confidence and responsible business practices. My first question then is, how does the Consumer Affairs Commission support MSMEs in understanding their rights and responsibilities, especially when it comes to dealing with customers?
Well, you're correct in terms of the vital role that the CAC plays. In terms of the MSMEs, we educate them about their rights, their responsibilities, their legal obligations when they're dealing with consumers. So while we primarily serve consumers, we also look at businesses as consumers too, because at the end of the day, they themselves, being MSMEs, might be in the market and they have conducted a transaction, and they will require our assistance as well. So it's good to know from both ends how to treat with the situation.
Yes. The Consumer Affairs Commission is involved with the Roadshow this Wednesday, I take it. And what are some of the offerings that you'll have as far as the MSME businesses are concerned that you'll be sharing with them on the day?
Well, when they interact with our team on the ground, and this will be with Richard Rowe, our Director of Western Region, what they will find is that we offer business compliance information. So we're going to be speaking with MSMEs and educating them about mediating consumer complaints as it relates to transactions that are done in the marketplace. We're going to also speak with them about how to help their businesses to grow through customer service as well as resolving disputes. We also offer consultation and advisory support. And what this means is, how do you respond to a consumer complaint? What to do when a consumer claims a product is faulty? And basically, how you can create your policies to better comply with the Consumer Protection Act.
I mean, even something as simple as how they deal with complaints when they come in. I think it's something that the MSME sector could do a lot of listening to and learning. And I think your agency is one that would be sharing that kind of information. Am I right?
Yes, you are so correct, because the conversation can then be opened up for customized training sessions, because that is also part of our consumer education thrust with businesses, whereby we go into the various entities and we speak about the Consumer Protection Act and how to best treat with consumers. So at the end of the day, we know that sometimes consumers do not tell the truth, just like vendors don't tell the truth. So we have to come to a negotiated position And this is where the law comes into play.
Right. All right. I want to move over now to Mr. Miller from the Fair Trading Commission. He's the executive director, and we know that the FTC plays a very key role, Mr. Miller, in creating a fair, competitive marketplace for all, especially small and medium-sized enterprises. Now, can you explain how the Fair Trading Commission supports fair competition in Jamaica's business environment, especially for the MSMEs?
Oh, yes, I will. The Fair Trading Commission facilitates the growth and development of business, small size, medium size, large size. So by and large, you find that small size businesses are less knowledgeable about certain things and how the market operates generally. Mm-hmm. And the Fair Competition Act, which we enforce, tells you some of the conduct that is prohibited. For example, businesses ought not to coordinate their conduct. So price fixing, for example, fixed prices, or to share the market. So we're there to give information to the MSMEs about some of the conduct that they might run into, some of the conduct that are prohibited under the law, and to explain to them how to identify some of these things through their daily business operations. We have a wealth of experience in different kinds of businesses within the Jamaican sector, so we have grown to understand the Jamaican marketplace and what pertains by and large in different sectors. So our role is to guide and to share information, to be available if they want more information or if they're unclear about certain situations, if they see their rival doing certain things, to protect themselves against their rival, to encourage the MSMEs to innovate. Competition brings innovation. Competition brings greater choices for consumers and more competitive prices. So we're there to show them how they can develop their businesses in that vein so that they get a greater share of the market, a higher bottom line.
In a case where, say, a smaller player in the market is being unfairly disadvantaged by a larger company, is that the kind of issue that the Fair Trading Commission would take an interest in?
Yes, that is one kind of issue. And that's a serious issue because we're supposed to be in a market that allows firms to grow and develop, where the large guy, the big guy, does certain things that limit a smaller guy from growing. That can be deemed as anti-competitive. That's where the Fair Trading Commission comes in, to talk to the market players, to find out what's going on, and then necessary to take legal action.
So you will have a presence at the Roadshow, and
yes, for sure, for sure, for sure, and that is one of our points of contact. To have that one-to-one contact, which is important. In a medium-sized and a large-sized firm situation, we go into their boardrooms and have these discussions with them. But sometimes the small firms do not have those facilities, so we have to go out on the road, meet them, speak with them, and engage on that one-on-one level, which they are more able and willing to listen and to talk about certain things.
Well, I'm looking forward to meeting up with your team as well and having interactions with them. I wanted to put something to you before you go, though, and the question I'm asking you, Mr. Miller, is why is fair competition not just a legal requirement, but in fact a growth opportunity for small businesses? Explain that.
Well, it is a growth opportunity. That's what we see it as. The legal side is one thing, but to encourage firms to grow, that's what we're all about. That's what firms want to do as they enter markets. So, both go hand in hand. You rock back on the legal side of it when things are not as clear to others and there are challenges in the situation, but at the same time, you want to encourage firms to do what they need to do to innovate and to grow, to be a part of the Jamaican market.
Thank you very much, Mr. Miller. Appreciate that. And I'm going to go back to Ms. Halstead for my final question this morning. And my question is, what message do you want to leave with the MSMEs, in terms of the connection between consumer protection and profitability? Break it down for us, please.
We just want MSMEs to know that protecting consumers protects their bottom line. They may see it as a legal obligation or a burden, but in reality, it's a powerful strategy because it directly impacts profitability, customer loyalty, and long-term success. So really and truly, the CAC prefers if we can have dialogue with MSMEs, and in so doing, in terms of their participation in the roadshow, what we want to say is that this is a smart way for them to stay compliant and to build a better business reputation. In this market, the fact is MSMEs, they do have challenges. And when I say challenges, we're talking about competing. So they have to make themselves as competitive as possible. And the only way they can do that is through information and knowledge.
All right. Ms. Halstead, Latoya Halstead, Director of Communications at the Consumer Affairs Commission, thank you for your input and your time this morning, and have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you also, Mr. David Miller, Executive Director of the Fair Trading Commission. We thank you for your input this morning, David, and you have a wonderful day also.
Thank you very much, sir.
All right. All the best.